This week, ladies and gentlemen, we have the greatest manager in wrestling, Captain Lou, and another fellow that now is the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
Just a minute, Roddy. Let's look here. I'm looking at Roddy Piper, the greatest talk host and wrestler in the business today, the greatest in the world, and I'm looking at the Intercontinental Champion. Why don't we get together and bury the hatchet here? Why don't you two fellas forget the past? Why don't you look at one another and respect one? I wish that I could have managed you as a combined effort. Roddy Piper, often imitated but never duplicated, and the world champion, the Intercontinental Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine. I want that combination. Roddy, I want it. Roddy, yeah. Oh, I want it good. There you go. Hey, you know something? When I look at these two champions, I stand in awe. I'm so elated. I feel so proud. I feel so fine to look at Roddy Piper, 6'3", 242 pounds of sweet poetry in motion, and Greg the Hammer Valentine, 6'1", 257 pounds as a combined effort, continuity. I'd like to have you both. I'd like to.
Do you know, let me tell you something. That's what makes this man the captain, the greatest manager ever in wrestling, because he knows how to have people bury the hatchet. He knows how to get great talent together, and it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to be here with you, Valentine, because I know what a man you are, and it is great to be with you, Captain, because I know what a man you are. And we don't have to prove nothing else to nobody. Can I just kiss your belt one time? Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Nobody knows Roddy Piper and then Greg the Hammer Valentine. A lot of fun.
You know. But did you and Piper work out anything beforehand?
No, he just came over to me. We weren't that close yet, you know.
Okay.
We were sort of close.
Okay.
But I mean, we came real close after this, and that's strange, right?
Right.
After we mutilate each other.
You know.
He came over and I had no idea, but he gave me some secrets how to work it. And when he said, when I go outside, you wrap the thing and pull me like that, and just different gimmicks that you could do with it. Wrap the chain around the head.
Right. Because I don't know whose idea it was, but at the beginning of the match, and I was talking with Bart about this today, the two of you were standing and staring at each other and pulling with your necks. That is fantastic. Who came up with that? That's great.
We talked about that
great.
before. But then when he was in the ring, he was kind of talking to me. He says, because I'd never worked that kind of match.
Okay.
So then I got it. You know, we need to use the chain every time we could. And then I had a spot where I set up where I had him beat down, and I put the chain kind of like between my legs, and I'd walk off, and he went boom like that.
Hit them high notes, Greg.
It was, it was great, and
great match.
But I remember rapping. He always called me a stiff sausage fingers son of a bitch. Stiff son of a bitch. And so I wrapped a chain around his head, and he's sitting down, and he's already gigged his ear, and he's bleeding all over the place, and I drop an elbow on his head, and the chain being so tight, almost, maybe it did knock him out.
Wow.
And he's saying, "You motherfucker." He got out of there, and I blocked him, and I'm not going to stand there and go ahead, hit me. I'm blocking him. That's way. It looks like a real fight anyway.
Right.
These guys ruin the match when they get up there and they don't even try to block a punch coming in. You gotta block it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm definitely blocking these. He's still got me on the back of my head and my ear, and he's friggin' killing me. So that is a real match, probably as real as you're gonna get.
Right. And you guys were all blading back in the day, right? Or was that true about Roddy's ear being really that sensitive that it would bust open like that?
To work up to this dog collar match, I would be ramming his head in the ring post.
Right.
And he'd take his own bump, and he'd hit it so hard he'd knock his freaking himself out. And then he's cutting his ear. And he mangled his ear. But I got like everybody thought, even the other wrestlers thought I really did it because I was stiff. He took his own bump into there, right? I didn't run him in there.
Right.
So he was just one great seller and great guy to work with. And everybody, so how come you never, never wrestled each other up here in WWF? We were tired of that.
Yeah.
Really?
You can't.
Did Vince bring it to you? Like, I got a great idea.
No, he had a great idea. You go out in Roddy Piper's pit and shake hands.
Really?
That's right. That's right.
That's true.
And I agreed with him.
Wow.
I got one thing I'm enjoying about the interview. It seems like you have such respect for your